So while climate change, as we know, is a global problem, the Arctic is warming faster than anywhere else. Environment Canada says average annual temperatures in the north have gone up by 2.3 degrees Celsius since 1948, and that's already having significant impacts on the people who live there. Joining me now is Professor of Northern Studies at Carleton University, Christopher Byrne. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning.
Let's start with the Dempster Highway. As we know, it travels through Yukon and the Northwest Territories. It's the only all-season public road to cross the Arctic Circle. Climate-related costs, I understand, for that road have increased by about $400,000 per year since 2005. What exactly is driving up those costs?
Well, Anne-Marie, the most important thing is that not only is the climate warming in the Western Arctic, and it's been warming for 50 years, but in the last 20 years, we've also had an awful lot more rainfall. And this means that in the summertime particularly, there are periods of 3 or 4 days with lots of rain. The permafrost under the ground can't soak up that rain. And that means that in the mountainous terrain of the central Yukon particularly, there are landslides that take out the highway from time to time. And the rivers have a very rapid response to those rainfall events. And so the road from time to time gets washed out. In 2016, there were 14 washouts in the middle of August on that highway. It costs an awful lot to remediate those washouts. The road has to be rebuilt again. And so that is the principal cause of the increase in cost. The total, as you say, has been over 10 years, has been about $4 million per year in costs, so that it used to be about $1.5 million per year for climate-related maintenance. And now it's over $5 million per year for climate-related maintenance.
Per year,
There's also problems in the winter.
Yeah, I bet.
And in the winter time, we have much slower freezing, and so with the rain that comes and accumulates in the ground in the winter time, we have water problems which never used to occur. It used to be just frozen up, and there would be just snow on the ground and ice. But now there's water running, and that is, of course, a big hazard when it runs on the road surface.
And I want to ask you, Christopher, about that ice bridge that connects the city of Dawson, Yukon to West Dawson, because the number of days that bridge has operated has been decreasing, I understand, by almost 2 days per year. What sort of impact is this really having on the people who live and travel?
So the people who live in West Dawson, which is across the Yukon River from Dawson City, for many, many years, they've had a bridge over the Yukon River in the wintertime, an ice bridge. And that ice bridge has allowed them to go back and forth to their jobs, to buy their groceries and get their supplies that they need in Dawson City itself. But for the last 3 years, it's been impossible for the highways branch to build an ice bridge across the river. And so people have to find some way of getting across on some kind of little track that they've made somewhere up or down the river where it's been possible to cross by skidoo or possibly by walking. So the increase in temperature, which has stopped the ability to build the ice bridge, has led to exceeding inconvenience for the people who've chosen to have their houses and their homes on the other side of the river from the city.
Christopher Byrne, we appreciate your time and insight this morning. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.